What's up, guys? Episode 23 of Godzilla Dissection, and I'm doing Godzilla versus the sea monster known in Japan as Ebirah, Horror of the Deep. This is the 1966 film that came after Godzilla versus the Astro Monster and preceded Son of Godzilla. And I gotta say, this is one of my childhood favorite movies. I owned and watched this one a dozen times on different VHS tapes before finally buying it once again on DVD. It was John Fukuda's first chance to direct, and he did an okay job, actually. Uh, to get the story straight, just for anybody who doesn't know by now, although most usually do, the original screenplay was going to use King Kong, which is why we have moments that are more Kong-like, like Godzilla being resurrected by lightning, was something we saw in King Kong versus Godzilla. And, of course, Godzilla's still an attraction to Kumi Mizuno, which, don't get me wrong, I think every guy in Beast probably wants a slice of Kumi Mizuno, but Godzilla had never before and never since has that attraction to human women, so to see that scene nowadays was a little confusing, especially back as a child. I was like, what? This is not Godzilla's shtick. But reading the history of the movie, it all makes sense. Of course, Toho could not secure the rights for King Kong, so they went with Godzilla, without changing much of the story regardless. All they did was add a bunch of heat ray scenes in, which were awesome because those breath looks pretty good in this movie. So let's delve into this one, guys. This was Jun Fukuda's first chance to direct a Godzilla movie, and it would not be his last. He would do other movies like Godzilla vs. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Gigan, Son of Godzilla, and of course Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in 1974. To say he has a bad writing style to me is not really up to me. As I say, he was handed more of the crappier stories for the most part. Although the movies like Son of Godzilla, there's even gems inside those ones that you have to appreciate them for what they are, even if other parts of story and filming weren't handled as well. So I'm not going to call him a bad director. He definitely was not. It's just at this point in the series, Toho had already decided to turn Godzilla into a friendly hero, so the writing really reflected this, and it got odd. To me, and look at this movie as of right now, Godzilla is still an anti-hero. The humans still fear him, and Godzilla is more of just I hate to say, but a plot device to accomplish the hero's goals, namely to destroy the Red Bamboo, who are a terrorist organization, and then taking over the world with the help of Ebirah, the giant lobster, shrimp, whatever you want to call him. And Godzilla never does anything directly heroic in this movie. So he's not even a hero yet. So it's not even the hero aspect of Godzilla in this movie that makes, things bug me. It's a lot of the other decisions they made and some production value choices that bug me. So let's go into some of the other details. Masaru Satao did the score for the film, and it was drastically different from anything Godzilla's franchise had seen before. Even though Masaru Satao had scored Godzilla Raids Again, even that score was dark and very subtle. And if Ikumi had done all the rest of the movies up to that point, so they all had a very distinct feel for them thanks to the music. However, this one tried to do something new, and to me, I'm just not a fan of it at all. It sounds a lot, and maybe I've pointed out, it sounds a lot like a James Bond movie or something. Which, yeah, I guess that's very true. Definitely one of my favorite Godzilla movie scores. Not bad music, just does not really fit a kaiju film. Not at all. One of the best parts about this movie is that they got several Toho stars to be in this movie, including Kumi Mizuno, who, my god, as a little kid I used to watch this over and over again, and even now sometimes I pop it in just for Kumi Mizuno in that little Islander outfit. It was quite the sight. But we also have Akihiko Hirata, Jun Tazaki, even Akira Takarada. Just a lot of freaking good Toho actors in this, which goes to show that the movies were not at their lowest point yet because they were still getting a lot of the old Toho veteran actors who'd already been in several Godzilla movies by this point to play these characters, who are in truth kind of interesting. This Godzilla movie has fairly interesting human characters with pretty good motivations for what they're doing, and interesting bad guys at that. The Red Bamboo were an interesting human threat, and to me, a lot more interesting of a threat than say the common ploy of aliens that monsters like destroy. I mean, films like Destroy All Monsters and Invasion of Astro Monster, and definitely the '70s films would abuse and just abuse again and again, aliens after aliens after aliens. Here, they won't terrorist, and to me, this is probably the best part of the story. That's something modern Godzilla films, both Japanese and American, could probably take note of. It doesn't always be aliens who take control of monsters. It could be terrorists. There you go. That's pretty good. Now, like I said, the human story is fun, and that's pretty much all I need to say about it. It's a fun one. Uh, Special effects. Now, this is where things get a little dicey. This is where, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, let's cut right to it. Special effects for me, I guess you could say, are half and half. Uh, I think the worst part about this movie are probably the production values as far as their creativity. And I say this because a lot of the monsters who appear in this movie are like, what the fuck? Namely, Ebirah, a giant lobster, was a very stupid choice. And like I said, it's never one of my favorite monsters. Don't get me wrong, the fight scenes are actually pretty fun. I just wish they had done a way better design for a sea monster. You could have went with like a sea dragon, a plesiosaur, maybe an octopus-like creature, but they went with a literal giant lobster. And yeah, I was not a fan of that. Not a fan at all. No. Yeah, Ember is for even though I feel like maybe it's kind of unfair. It's just one of my least favorite monsters of all time. It just looks like crap. It looks realistic, I suppose, for a giant lobster. It's just like I said, a giant lobster. I mean, I can't really get into that. And then, of course, you have the giant condor, which was a literal random ass giant bird. Who, in the style of the some of the creatures from King Kong films in the past, just shows up just to threaten the human girl, and then ends up fighting the creature after a very short.